the stream is. So
Anyways,
I've got no idea. Right, let's get a thing up. Right, everything looks set to go. You ready?
yes, I am. So we do
Yeah.
have Owl spawning here at the on Antigua shipyard. This was Owl's map of choice. Apparently he wants to use his extreme dropping capabilities. He's spawning at the far top right with blue colors. Seems to be his favorite.
In the bottom left, we have the green Zig player RainMan. You're
Wouldn't expect it the third time.
asking for more cheese.
Yeah. He said more Caspers.
So if anyone wants an update on what happened last game, because you kind of saw the last part of it, but some of you might have missed it if you didn't refresh in time. So what happened was Owl killed off his opponent's natural, but he couldn't get his but there was just so many speed lanes at his own base. He couldn't repair the bunkers in time, or he felt like he had to GG, basically.
No, he was on one base economy that, RainMan would just retake his natural and build a roach warren.
I don't know. I think he could play out. I really think he could play out because I think
He
can hold
could.
for long enough. But
He
he
could.
GG'd nonetheless. So yeah,
It's just that I think the decision laid on the travel time or flying time in this case of the barracks back to the main. I mean, he didn't know, but if RainMan built any kind of ranged units, by the time those Raxes would come, I mean, by the time that he actually had an army to defend with, the Zerg army would be just like 2 times, 3 times the size. Just because he did not have access to those barracks, and he lost a lot of SCVs in that attack as well. So I think this was the main reason. Sure, he could repair, but what then? What do you think?
Well, I think like if he just repairs for long enough, you get Marines out, the Lings never get in, and the guy can't take his natural for so long that you just take an expansion behind it too. I definitely don't think it's a lost game. Not at all.
Yeah, guys, never
Because
GG out of games.
he also could just go up into the main base. There's no defense in the main. Just go up the main base with like the 8 Marines in the bunkers. You can kill off the Queen and a load of drones. So I don't know.
Alright, so back to this game. This time I think, or as far as we see, Owl decided to play standard for once.
Yeah, it's true. And he's gone for the Ronrax FE with the 2 gas follow-ups, so probably going to be a Banshee Hellion play. You can just go the Hellions out and then go straight for Stim and stuff as well, so that's possibilities as well. But Banshee Hellion's been the standard for a long time now.
Well, he can go for 2 more racks as well. But yeah, it looks like you were right. It is going to be a factory, probably a reactor on the racks. There we go. And the Link's just going to poke in, see that there's a bunker, hightail it, at least one of them that survived, hightail it back to the watchtower, and RainMan is just going to be droning for a while.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to drone up here. He's got speed on the way. He's left 2 guys in gas though, so I'm interested to see what he does with the rest of this gas. It is Antigua shipyard, so
Yeah.
this is an advantage Owl had by having won the first game. He got to pick the map in the last game. We're going to see a very fast layout of RainMan, and we are going to be seeing Hellion Banshee, so it's very possible here that we're going to see a very fast rush up to the Mutalisks, and from there, a lot of damage can be done against a Hellion Banshee opening because there's a real lack of anti-air, so if you catch the Terran off guard, you can do so much damage. So
Definitely you can, because this opening relies on having very few units to defend in that bunker. Static defenses, not very mobile defenses. While you can get those Hellions, those Banshees up, and then you harass while you build up your tech and army subs, all the while keeping the enemy forces back at his base, so that you don't have to actually defend anything back home.
he has started at +1 carapace, so a little bit intrigued
Wow.
by the carapace because he's not really going to have enough money to start with Spire almost immediately. So I am quite intrigued as to what he will go for here. An infestation.
Infestation
pit.
pit.
Yeah.
Very fast infestors. So this most probably is his response to the Banshee play.
Infestor's not the best with dealing with Banshees, just because it takes so much energy to actually kill one.
Yeah.
So he obviously just wants to maybe just go for a very heavy kind of maybe 2-2 burst. With like lots of infestors and lots of infested turns. It's really popular on this map. I mean,
and he is going to take a third meantime. Not afraid to do that.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to be afraid to take that for. I mean, the creep spread's pretty decent. It's going to be able to get the queens over there in plenty of time. He's even got some lings to come in and try and surround, and just the threat of a surround kind of has to make the town a little bit cautious. Now that the first Banshee's about to come out, though, he's going to be able to start multi-pronged aggression, and that's the kind of time where you can catch the Zerg off guard, get in there, roast the lings, get in there, roast some more drones as well. And the Banshee's
10 seconds until Cloak finishes. We do have the lair already up, researching Burrow. I see where this is going. Infestors, Burrow. We'll see some sneaky play for sure.
Yep, and the first queen will go down here, and you know what? Is that even... there's no detection.
No, there's no detection anywhere. He has the lair up, so he can make an overseer. One just popped, but no anti-air, just one queen.
Hellions get chased away by the lings, but they get a really nice hit off there, taking down a lot of them lings. But unfortunately, a lot of them getting caught there in the aftermath. And so now there's a lot of lings again. Losing them Hellions is pretty big because where's the actual defense? These last two Hellions are doing a great job.
Meanwhile, the Banshee at the natural has been taken out by by those queens. And first infestors are popping out right now. Pathogen glands already have been researched. Really nice timing for that. And you know, can RainMan actually punish this with infestor link counterattack?
I think he might be able to. I mean,
the siege tech is not finished yet.
Look what's out for Owl. I mean, he's got what? 4 Marines out the bunker, 4 Marines in the bunker, a Hellion and a Banshee. He's lost a lot of his early aggression, but he is forcing a lot of wasted energy from the infestors, so they're not really going to be able to push very soon. But you know, the Zerg's going to feel pretty comfortable to continue draining, which he is doing. And because he's getting these infestors out so early, he's going to have so many high energy infestors in the mid game that it's going to be very difficult for Owl to do anything, because infestors are such a good unit in terms of like just buying yourself time.
Okay, I don't think he's going to push the turn at this time, because if he is, he's doing so a little bit late. Those tanks, I mean, he can still kind of man, I don't know. It will just come down to the engagement, and Owl is overextending himself a little bit. That tank is very, very vulnerable. He does not have any tanks on the high ground. Is that the only tank he has, actually?
Yeah, I think it's you know, it's not too weird. After opening Hellion Banshee, you get your tanks a little bit late, and because you want to get your upgrades going as soon as possible afterwards. You know, you start the stim and stuff and the 1-1. So you hold off on the tank production for a fair while. And he's probably going to add a second factory pretty soon once he gets his 5th and 6th gases going at his third base.
He's also working on his upgrades, getting double NG base. So basically, he's going to just sit, defend. If RainMan ever attempts to attack, wait until 2-2, because +2 carapace is on the way for RainMan, and not getting the +2 attack, not really having the gas for it yet, but certainly he wants to get it, and he will have a timing window where he will have an upgrade advantage versus the Terran. The Terran can't really, you know, engage toe-to-toe with the Zerg army with this composition without being even on upgrades, at least not to my knowledge. But he's moving out anyway with just 1-0. No, it's just 1 Marine. Okay.
I like the fact that Zerg's taking both of his bases, both his 4th and 5th, because this is one of them maps where, well, hold that focus. We're going to have an engagement here. No, we're not, as the Zerg player backs off. No, he needs to be careful with his infestors though, and the Zerg will back off.
He could burrow them.
Yeah, he needs to burrow them off bunker or something. 1, 2 infestors go down.
Oh.
A little bit sloppy here. 3rd one nearly going down as well. So that was less than.
That was a little bit of a blunder there by RainMan, and losing 2 infestors basically for nothing. Only maybe 4 Marines.
I was going to take the middle here, which is obviously great. But nice bunker going off, and the tanks aren't.
Tanks are not sieged.
And nice actually surround coming in from all angles. RainMan going to be able to take out the whole Terran army.
Oh my god, what a cleanup. Look at this. All the medivacs even are going to die from the infested Terrans and the fungals, and Owl's army suddenly is not looking all that big. 25 supply versus 67, and RainMan keeps pushing, and he knows that he has a big opportunity here.
That's not the kind of army you can push in against as a Terran player, especially after losing so many of your early units and not really gaining too much. And now he's paying the price. RainMan behind this, double expanded, took his 4th base and his 5th base. And you know, this is the kind of map where Terrans should just kind of aim to be dropping on, so that they don't have that big army in the middle of the map. Ow!
That's G!
GG now.